1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, so Donald Trump, of course, is going around telling Americans that we're living in a booming economy and that under his presidency, job numbers couldn't be better and that we shouldn't believe our eyes when it comes to data and statistics, at least the data and statistics that we have available to us, because he did fire the head of Bureau of Labor Statistics. Why would you do that if the economy is doing good? Why would you do that if the jobs numbers are good? You only fire the head of Bureau of Labor Statistics if you don't want the data to come out, if you don't want Americans to know the truth, if you are lying. That is why you fire the head of Bureau of Labor Statistics. You don't want the data to come out because it doesn't support your conclusion. It doesn't support what you are telling Americans. That is the most obvious thing in the world, if you didn't know. Layoffs since April. Here we go. Amazon, 30K. Intel, 25K. Mind you, this is the data we have. Meta, 3,600. Target, 1,800. Right? And let's scroll down here. Let's look what it says here. Trump fired the head of Bureau of Labor Statistics for reporting accurate job numbers to cover up his handling of the economy. Ding, 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 ding. It's obvious. These MAGA folks cannot see facts. They don't research, because if they saw that he fired this guy, they would come to the same conclusion that we are coming to, right? Next, more. U.S. layoffs are running at recession levels. U.S.-based employers have announced 946,426 jobs cuts. The estimates are more closer to 1 million job cuts year to date under his presidency, right? The most since the 2020 crisis during a pandemic. This is the second largest total since the great financial crisis. Now, some of these job losses are coming from AI, and I can tell you right now, these companies are salivating. They can't wait to fire all of us, to put us all in the poorhouse and let AI take all our jobs. And Donald Trump, let's bring it in because I want you guys to understand this. Donald Trump's not going to do anything about it. He's buddy-buddy with these tech oligarchs. These tech oligarchs are going around in interviews telling people they want to get rid of all our jobs for AI. And he's not going to do nothing. They're donating millions of dollars to his campaign when he ran in for the presidency. They're donating to his ballroom, his golf events. I mean, you name it. They're having dinners at the White House. They're coming to the White House. He's not going to do anything. He serves the billionaire donors. They're all his buddies. He himself is a billionaire. He doesn't know anything about the working class, about middle class, nor does he care. Over the last 36 years, only 4 years have seen higher layoffs. Let me repeat. Over the last 36 years, only 4 years have seen higher layoffs. Come on, people, wake up. U.S. job market is a dismal place and a disgrace. All right, let's take a look at this. I want you to watch the stark contrast of Donald Trump versus someone who is showing you the data, right? Let's take a look at this. Here we go. So this is Donald Trump. He's saying that the economy is perfect and that we're creating jobs left and right, right? That's him. And then the anchor on CNBC is going to tell you the actual facts in the data. Let's take a look.
Building jobs at a level that nobody's ever seen before.
Announced corporate job cuts, Andrew, in the U.S. surging past 1 million so far this year, with 153,000 new layoffs announced just in October, according to Challenger. That is the worst October since 2003.
We are building jobs at a level that nobody's ever seen before.
Normally out at 7:30, Challenger released these early because why not start everybody's day off in a bad mood here? 153,074 job cuts announced for October, the highest since 2003 for the month, and it's a 183% increase from September, 175% over the last year. For 2025, we're up 65% in terms of job cuts over 2024.
We are building jobs at a level that nobody's ever seen before.
New information just came in. Job cuts are back, and it's happening in levels we've not seen in a decade.
All right, you get the point. This is what Donald Trump does. This is Donald Trump 101. You say things enough times and hope that people just believe you. And his supporters are gullible fools, and they believe him. He comes out and say it enough times. They're like, oh, yeah, definitely. That's true. Against all data, against all statistics, against all facts, against all objectivity, they come out and they believe him. Because he just comes out and says it a million times. And then people just like, oh, maybe it's true, right? Instead of looking at the data and statistics. And you can see in this video, this is what he does. He either knows this or he himself is deluded. Look at this. Holy, Amazon is eliminating 600,000 future jobs. That is their plan to replace you. 600,000 jobs. Do you think the Trump administration is going to do anything about this? Do you think the government, the Republican government, is going to do anything about this? They get the majority of their money from the fossil fuel industry, from tech oligarchs. They're donating to his ballrooms. They're donating, going to his golf events, going to Mar-a-Lago, right? Going to the White House. They're buddies, right? He's not going to do anything to protect American workers and to protect our jobs from AI layoffs. Look at this. This is a net job destroyer. The leaked plans, these are leaked plans. This is Amazon's future plans. State that they will replace 600,000 U.S. workers with robots to save 30 cents per item. That is all you're worth to Amazon, 30 cents per item. That's all you're worth. And the current automation pushes targets 75% of operations to destroy 160,000 roles by 2027, just 3 years from now. And they're rebranding as it's advanced technology so the public doesn't panic. No, we have eyes. We can read. We know what you're doing. We know what your plans are because Jeff Bezos is going around telling us that's exactly what he wants to do. More. Look at this, the top 5 donors to Trump during his campaign. $36 million, $31 million, $25 million, $10 million, $5 million. The maximum an individual can donate is $3,300. This is how badly billionaires are exploiting our broken campaign finance laws. So they're giving him all this money for his campaign finance. They're giving him money for his ballrooms. They're doing favors for him. Do you think that he's going to regulate these companies from firing thousands, hundreds of thousands of employees to replace us with AI or for any other reason? Also, let's bring it in. Let's be honest here. The tariffs, because of all of the uncertainty with the tariffs, companies cannot plan for the future. So they're either sitting and waiting or they're actively laying off employees because of tariffs, because the uncertainty and the additional cost that they're having to pay. Because some of these companies are doing the math and they're like, how much more can I put on the consumer before they stop buying our products? I either put more on the consumer, make the consumer pay more, or I lay off 100,000 workers. What do I do? So they want to keep their brand, right, as a company that doesn't charge obscene amounts for their products, so they just lay off workers instead of raising the cost for Americans. Except if it's a place that you have no other choice but to go to, like, utilities or groceries or whatnot, right? You don't have many choices in grocery stores. So, yeah, this is where we're at. We're in a sad state. We are in a sad state in America, and a looming recession is coming. We're already in recession. Nobody can tell me otherwise. No one can tell me otherwise. That's why there are no more data coming out with regards to job numbers. Inflation is too high. We are in a bad place. If you believe in fighting for the working class, if you believe in economic justice, if you believe in anti-political corruption and anti-corporate greed, please like and subscribe because that's what this channel is about. I would really appreciate it. See you in the next one.